The best realization in life comes from the most unexpected event. One time, while I was riding the bus going to my home, I met this strange guy, and he started talking to me. We chatted for a while, and he asked some questions. I answered. But there is one question that he asked me that I have a hard time answering. And the question is, brother, how can you make a world a better place? I was dumbfounded. I couldn't know what to answer. I was shocked. Feels like I was on cloud nine. But anyways, I stepped out of the bus, having no answers to his question. And that question lingered to my mind, and started wondering, what's the answer to that question? And it took me almost 1 year to finally determine what the answer is. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. The answer for my question, how can you make a world a better place, is to find your LLP. For the business professionals here, LLP doesn't mean limited liability partnership. Actually, LLP means living your life philosophy. What does living your life philosophy means? It means living your mission, your goal in life, what you aspire to do, and the way to help to make a world a better place. And now, I'm here to tell you 3 steps to determine your LLP, or your life philosophy. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
The first step is actually finding your potential. Back in 4 years ago, when I was working as a sales officer in the Philippines, I used to attend seminars of different brand managers and sales officers. And I was asked to do a product presentation out of the blue. I made that presentation explaining the bank's products and benefits, blah, 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 blah. And after a while, I stood up and sat down. Much to my surprise, everybody in the crowd, including 60-year-old branch managers, gave me a standing ovation. They just clapped. And after that, they shook hands with me and said, Aldrin, you did a very good job. And after a few times of doing those presentations, I was just quite surprised, because every time that we have a group, whenever that day, I have my co-officers, part of my group, say, oh, God, Aldrin is with us. He can do all the presentations. But for me, it was just natural. I just really find presentation really interesting. And then, that's where I found what is my potential. I encourage you too, to find your potential. What is something that you're very skilled at? And like a diamond, all you need to do is dig it out from the soil, brush it in, polish it, and then you will shine. The second step that I learned, aside from knowing your potential, is to determine your passion. Back in 2 years ago, I never discovered my passion until this one lady over here told me, Aldrin, she was my teacher actually in an Excel program. And she saw me present myself. And then she said, Aldrin, why don't you come to Toastmasters? I said, Toastmasters? Is that a company selling oven toasters? But then, I did attend. And in my first meeting, I was just like you, sitting there and watching. But after that, something clicked to my mind. And I said to myself, ooh, interesting. And the second day, I signed up. And fast forwarding 2 years, here I am now. And because of that passion, because of Toastmasters, I managed to develop my skill in presenting, which I can use deliberately in school. And I've developed the confidence of speaking to a group of people, especially in my line of work, where I deal with a lot of people. I gained that confidence, and that impromptu speaking, if somebody asks me a question, I can readily answer it. If somebody wants me to present with the speeches that I experience, I manage to present it well. And if someone asks me an opinion, through the evaluation strategies that I learned, I can give a very exciting opinion. And that's what Toastmasters helped me. And that's where my passion is. My passion to help people get their messages across through the power of words. I encourage you to find your passion, your inner drive, something that motivates you. And that's one thing that you will do even though you don't get paid any single penny for it. The last thing I want to mention is finding your purpose. What does purpose really mean? Purpose means to go in life. What's something that inspires you to do something? And for me, I learned that after determining my potential and my passion. And what's my purpose is? My purpose is actually helping people to be the best that they can be. And whatever work that I do, it is my intention to help other people. Right now, I'm working as a member service representative in a credit union, and my only job is really count cash and do account for 1 to 100. But deep inside me, I found that purpose. And that purpose is to help other people to be in a better financial state than where they are right now. Actually, there's this one guy that went to my wicket. I made a deposit, and I noticed that he has a lot of money in his checking account. Maybe he's a construction worker, or maybe something that close snow. But I do ask him, you do have had this money, but you never had a retirement account. And then I called my financial manager and booked him an appointment. After a few weeks, he came back to me and he said, "Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Now I have started my own professional career, my own retirement plan, and now the next thing I need to do is finally get a wife." I asked him, "Oh, find me one too." So I liked all of you, just like what happened to me. My purpose is just really to help that person, to become financially stable. But that's my line of work. And in your own jobs, if you have jobs already, find that something that motivates you and with a reason for helping other people. Given the 3 P's I gave, potential, passion, and purpose, is the key to determine what's truly important to you. And I encourage you to seek out the best in you, to feel out that inner drive and motivation to become the best you can be, and find that ultimate reason, why are you here in this earth? And before I end, I would just like to tell you that I just turned 30 actually 2 days ago. And my birthday wish is just something like, I wish that each of you will kind of find your life philosophy. I hope that each one of you can be able to determine what's truly important in your life. Achieve it, because I know from my experience, having that goal and direction can make anything possible. And if by chance that I will go into the bus again and meet that person and ask me again, how can you make the world a better place? I can proudly say, with conviction and pride, that I have the answer to your question.